Oh, I'm live. Okay, all right. Flaming Draco, I see your message there. Yes, hello and welcome to Late Night Dino, round 2 of Chandra, Torch of Defiance. My goodness, I've been liking this list. The biggest thing I got to point out tonight, nothing too crazy changes-wise, but what doesn't die to Fatal Push? Various targeted removal for creatures. Well, that's just stable ramping via land. I think this is a pretty fantastic replacement from Drover of the Mighty. Yes, definitely. It's certainly fairly comparable to Drover of the Mighty. They both cost similar. Thunderherd, of course, can't get reduced by Marauding Raptor, but with that aside, it's a stable ramp, it's a land. Drover of the Mighty only ever taps for 1 mana anyways. Into the north, to be honest. Oh, I was thinking about that. Potentially. Actually, I should look at that. I had considered Into the North at one point, actually. Where is that? Okay. There we go. Yeah, so for anyone that doesn't know, Into the North, sorcery, 1 and a green. Search your library for a Snowland card. Put it onto the battlefield tap. So, yes, definitely the Snow Duels, the Gruul one. Forget what the name of it is. Somewhere here. There. Highland Forest. Yes, definitely. I think that should be something I consider. Yeah, I could see myself doing that. At least a couple copies of Highland Forest, maybe not the full suite of them. And then maybe some snow forests, some snow mountains perhaps. But yeah, definitely. I'd kind of forgotten a little bit about Into the North there. So it certainly, that would be pretty fantastic. Now that I think about it. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to try that out after the stream probably. But either one, Into the North or Thunderherd Migration, nice stable ramp due to lands, and that's been pretty nice. Judging by the first land the opponent plays, getting a good idea if I should play Otepec Huntmaster or Marauding Raptor, or perhaps just play it safe, get a land, accelerate that way, potentially accelerating into Chandra for turn 3 after I play the 4th land. That is just fantastic. Play her turn 3. +1, you add 2 red, and then you use, you use the 2 red from her to play Otepec Huntmaster, Marauding Raptor, all that stuff. Turn 3, come turn 4. You've got the reduction. You make some more red, you play Regisaur Alpha. Things get pretty nasty, pretty quick. Sometimes it's nice to have the option, the good idea to adapt your game plan based on what the opponent is doing. So hopefully that's going to work out quite nicely. In the past, it's mostly just been play one of the 2 drops, Marauding, Otepec, or Drover of the Mighty, and then just hope they don't die. So it is nice. Thunderherd Migration, taking some time off, hoping for Chandra turn 3, ramp, play something else. It's going to be pretty sweet tonight, I think. Only 1 copy of Ghalta. 4 copy of Carnage Tyrant, just to, man, that was the all-star against Azorius Control last night, definitely. And a little bit more hexproof with 1 copy of Avabruck Caretaker. Hexproof at the beginning of your upkeep. You put 2 counters on a creature, so that's nice. Just bigger. Oh, the Rafik reprint, 100%. I wish they would do that treatment with other cards. My goodness. Man, that's fantastic. Something with maybe one of the dinos, but it is, it makes me excited for some of the alternate arts they'll do in the future with the list there. But yeah, I saw that big time. That, stunning to say the least. Yeah, I just wanted more hexproof tonight. I've tried a couple more copies of Avabruck Caretaker, but just for tonight, 1 extra copy. Gishath, a proper secret lair. You said it. None of this poisonous, venomous bite nonsense. I didn't like that. Dino in a suit. They did have a Transformer Dino. It was more, I think, a joke set, something like that. I forget where you could get it from. I'm pretty sure it was a convention, but it was a Dinobot something. Yes, the werewolves, they're fantastic. I do like the potential of Hollowhenge Huntmaster, giving everybody hexproof, escaping that fantastic targeted removal in black, red, whatever it is, keeping the creatures safe. Lovely. Oh, yes, Grimlock Dinobot Overlord, I think. I think that's what it was. So yeah, it's basically, well, still fairly simple, but adapting based off what the opponent plays, maybe going a little slower. If we're thinking one of these guys is going to get killed, which oftentimes has happened, Deathgorge, as always, to deal with graveyard stuff. Shifting, Ripjaw. Yeah. I'm trying all kinds of stuff. Sideboard, nothing too crazy. Anger of the Gods, as always. Shifting Ceratops. Hopefully, I don't get caught out game one too bad against something blue-based. It's going to be rough, but I did want to make room for the Carnage Tyrants, Avabruck Caretaker, some Chandras, so cut Shifting Ceratops just for now. Might switch back in for something cheaper here. Not completely settled on having most of the Shifting Ceratops in the sideboard. Reckless Rage, as always, to kill the stuff. Instant speed, 1 red, deal 4 damage. Rampaging Ferocidon. Hopefully we don't face a nasty Selesnya Angels, Selesnya Collected Company like last night. Oh boy, that was rough. Ouch. But without further ado, let's jump into the games. Going to Thunderherd Migration again, or into the north, there is quite a few more basics, 4 forests, 2 mountains, just to maximize the potential hits from this card. Hopefully it's never dead, so that's why I got a few more basics. But certainly into the north, grabbing Highland Forest, that would be fantastic. So I'm going to try that out. Probably after I'm done here tonight. Okay. Hopefully I can take down maybe another Grixis. No Lantern in the sideboard, yes. Hopefully the Izzet Phoenix isn't too crazy. I might get bitten. Hopefully I'm not caught out where the Soul Guide Lantern would do the trick. Maybe at least 3 in the sideboard. We'll see. It's a little bit of a risk. Hoping Deathgorge Scavenger is going to do the trick, or we can at least just go fast enough. I was working on the lines of this deck tonight, and I figured how if I can get Ghalta, it involves a bunch of creatures. We'll see if it happens, but I can get 27 damage on turn 4, which is absolutely insane. That's definitely lethal. That's including Ghalta, Regisaur Alpha, Marauding Raptor. Man. Chandra, turn 3. Cast Otepec Huntmaster comes around to turn 4. Use her ability again. Marauding Raptor for 1. Regisaur for 3. Ghalta for 2. Oh. It's nasty stuff, but I do like the looks of this. I can make it work. Hopefully it's not a... Okay. That might not be good. Perhaps I jinxed myself, hoping it wasn't Azorius Control. And, well, I only have 1 Shifting Ceratops, so it's pretty fantastic seeing it in there. Ooh, it's Azorius Artifacts. Oh, so Chandra might be nice to take somebody out. Somebody nasty. little worried about a potential counter spell. Hopefully that's not the case. Whew, all right. Desert Betrayer Flesh, what does that do? This could get nasty. Haven't seen him a whole lot actually. First activated ability of an artifact you activate each turn costs 2 less. That could... Ugh, yikes. But... kind of wondering about just taking out the Ingenious Smith. I kind of like the thought of that. Yeah, before it gets too nasty. Just kill it.
It's my turn.
Hopefully they don't do anything to her and go the 5th land next turn. Just play a bunch of good stuff with her ramp. I like it. Potentially the Carnage Tyrant. Oh, that is not a good thing. But Regisaur Alpha next turn, hopefully swinging, taking out Tezzeret, because I'm making it a 4/4. Whew. Oh, that's permanent. Interesting. Huh. Well, that hurts. Could have gone with the Shifting Ceratops, I think.
I can practically taste success already.
Ooh, man, so much good stuff. Really makes me wish for Culling Ritual, destroying all non-land permanents with mana value 2 or less, because this Flame Sweep could also be okay. Well, that's not going to do it. Ouch. Oh my goodness. Well, not coming back from that. They had the right answers, the right removal. That's how it goes sometimes, but 100%. Shifting Ceratops. That's going to do the trick. Ripjaw Raptor, they do have some creatures, but I think I prefer Shifting Ceratops in this matchup. Anger of the Gods could be good, taking out a lot of the weaker stuff. They do have some massive things like the Nettle Cyst and Portable Hole, so that'd be out of range, but you can see they sometimes have little weak things. So I'm thinking Anger of the Gods could actually, yes, definitely, 100%. All right, Anger of the Gods for the small stuff. Deathgorge not doing too much. They don't do a whole lot graveyard related. I like Reckless Rage. Yeah. They do have a little bit of life gain stuff potentially, I believe. If they get Shadow Spear. Yes, that's true if you remove enough of the small stuff, so hopefully that's how it goes. Yeah, I'll keep it like that. We got Chandra to take things out. Anything 4 or less. Anger of the Gods. I think that should be enough removal. Ooh, I don't like the looks of that. Okay. Well, it's not a whole lot better, but it certainly could be much worse than that. It would be nice to see the Queen. There is only 1 copy. But 2 lands, that's going to have to do. Hopefully Thunderherd turn 2. Ooh, well, I mean, technically it was Thunderherd turn 2, just a 3rd copy of Thunderherd. I think I'm just going to play it safe. Thunderherd, reveal the Marauding Raptor, and next turn be able to go Marauding plus Otepec Huntmaster, maybe double Thunderherd, some combination of that. Hopefully Anger of the Gods. I believe I passed it up. No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, more lands. Phew. Alright. Yeah, another Thunderherd. Okay, hopefully that didn't draw them too much painful stuff, but they have a lot of cheap things, so perhaps it could bite me. Playing both Thunderherds, having them draw 2 cards, unfortunately. That could be rough. Looks like they may be wanting to counter something. See if that's the case. See what they do to Huntmaster here. They may be saving the counter spell from Marauding. Or the Portable Hole, of course, which is very, very nasty stuff. Okay, as I expected. Almost seems like they don't have anything. It's very interesting, but good old Carnage Tyrant, you can't counter that. Hopefully they don't do something to Huntmaster. It would be nice to give Carnage Tyrant haste. Ooh, that's a lot of nice damage. The second one coming down next turn, that should provide a headache. It's interesting, they haven't really played much. I'm scratching my head here. They've had plenty of mana, so I'm not sure what they're maybe stuck with in hand. Karn, that's pretty good. A 5/5, wow. Those things get big. Ooh, Reckless Rage. I like the looks of that. Carnage Tyrant absolutely is nuts. I think I should have been using it more than I have in the past. At least the past few weeks. Haven't really used Carnage Tyrant a whole lot, so this is very nice. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to attack Karn. See if I can Reckless Rage the Esper Sentinel. Certainly, auto pay.
Do not feel pain.
Right. Another Carnage Tyrant coming up.
How convenient. An excellent choice.
Maybe they're sitting on a whole bunch of counter spells and seeing the Carnage Tyrant that currently is in hand is, well, that'd be nice if there are a few dead draws that they have.
Facing me is choosing death. How foolish. My next breakthrough is close.
Gonna have to watch out for that Nettlecyst though. That could be very painful. Oh, another Carnage Tyrant. Okay, I can deal with that. Hopefully that does the trick. It's gonna be a big Nettlecyst though. 1, 2, 3, 4 with Treasure Vault here.
What was lost is now returned.
Not too bad though. Five, okay. Yeah, I guess the Nettlecyst itself, plus Ornithopter, Portable Hole, Glass Casket, Treasure Vault.
I can practically taste success already.
Really makes me wish for Shatterstorm, but I don't face the Azorius artifact deck too much. Shatterstorm, for anybody that doesn't know, 2 and 2 red, destroy all artifacts. Now I would expect with all the cards the opponent has in their hand, they probably have some sort of counter spell, but yes, a rough 5/5. So, can Chandra help us out here? Not too much. Oh, the next Carnage Tyrant, but that Nettlecyst. Oh boy. Wait and see what they do. I imagine they'd hold back the Nettlecyst. Probably wouldn't want to attack with it.
Save a little victory while it lasts.
That's actually going to be rough. I should keep an eye on Tezzeret. I think that's... I swear that's the first time I've seen it. Ooh, that is a good emblem. Get an emblem with whenever an artifact you control becomes tapped, draw a card. Oh boy, this is getting out of control real quick.
A curious choice.
Well, they'll have to be discarding a lot of stuff. Embercleave actually would be pretty fantastic right about now. Does make me wish for at least a couple copies. Shadow Spear. I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, I don't see us busting through this. They could easily slap Shadow Spear on the Nettlecyst. Make it massive. I think that's what they'll do. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm not busting through that. I think Chandra could potentially take something out. Both Carnage Tyrants attacking, playing Chandra afterwards to take out the Nettlecyst. Well, let's see what happens, but I think that's going to be it, unfortunately. Metallic Rebuke. Ugh. Yep, that will do it. Rough game one. Yeah. rough game too as well. But no, it's sometimes that's how it goes. It gets a little bit painful. Sometimes nothing sticks. They got that fantastic portable hole to, hey, a mastery orb. Yeah, not right now. We got some more opponents to crush. Hopefully, but Thunderherd Migration, turn 2 is pretty fantastic. Don't have to worry about those portable holes, and Tezzeret making that portable hole a 4/4, that is pretty nasty. Aqua Wolf, how's it going? That's how you learn. Yes, always room for improvement, 100%. Oh, that's good. That's what I want to see. 2 Thunderherd, Marauding Raptor. Oh, yeah. Couldn't really ask for anything better than that. Sheltered Thicket turn 1, of course, because it has to come into play tapped. That's going to be good. If they ever get going. Juan E. Morales. Maybe they're contemplating of just forfeiting because they're worried about my card sleeve. Used to be dinos, so maybe that factored into some instant concedes I had in the past, but that's also a pretty formidable sleeve right there. Gotta watch out for those squirrels. Maybe they're just AFK or something like that. Perhaps they're something white, angel related. Yeah, they definitely could be lagging, certainly. Nail-biting stuff here. It's even better than watching paint dry. Yeah. Looks like they didn't think it would find the match too long. Some issue with their phone perhaps. Could be facing somebody on the phone and the connection just isn't too good, or their internet isn't too good. I know what that's like. Used to 100 times slower than what I have currently. Actually, it's probably about 300 times slower than what I have currently. Definitely, this is going to be nice. We'll see what they play. I might go Marauding Raptor, turn 2. Oh, is it Azorius Artifacts again? My goodness, this is interesting stuff. Thunderherd Migration. Going to play it safe. Hope maybe they had that portable hole that would have dealt with Marauding Raptor. The squirrels scared them. I think that could be. Definitely. And sometimes your Wi-Fi hates watching my streams here, but I do hope sometime soon in the future, Draco, that you do get better internet. Back-to-back Azorius Artifacts would be interesting. Mono white, maybe. Mono white humans. Mono white aggro, something like that. A lot of small white creatures. Oh, yeah. Mono white humans. Or perhaps Selesnya Humans. They could have some green in there, potentially, but next turn, Ripjaw Raptor, I think could deter some aggression quite nicely. Ooh, another Ripjaw, that's good stuff. If I draw a land next turn, getting a 5th one, could potentially go Marauding Raptor plus Ripjaw Raptor. That'd be quite nice. I don't think they'll have anything to deal with Ripjaw, so at the very least it looks like they probably won't be attacking this turn. You would think. A Ganjo Seed of the Empire, though, is going to be not very good against something like Ripjaw Raptor. You can discard a copy of it if it's in your hand, and it deals 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creatures, so that just absolutely wouldn't make sense dealing 4 damage to Ripjaw Raptor. We draw a card, and then whatever creature we're blocking with, oh, well, Giant Killer, that helps. Ooh. Yeah, Commune, at the very least, get the land for the turn. Yeah, Rockfall Vale. Right, just cross the fingers there's no portable hole for Marauding here. Ooh, it is Selesnya Humans. Brutal Cathar is, well, brutal, definitely. Anger of the Gods, that's going to be fantastic. Coming up here for game 2. Yeah, Regisaur Alpha. Interesting, I've never seen Cathar Commando yet. Ooh, it's one of those times. I faced a deck similar to this and they just had a bunch of brutal Cathars that just exiled everything. It was not a pretty sight. Well, I'll kill somebody. But that's probably going to be it, unfortunately. Yeah, I can't play enough dinos. I'm at 2. That's alright. We got some nice interaction, removal. Gonna take him down a peg. Anger of the Gods, Reckless Rage. Deathgorge Scavenger not doing a whole lot for us in this matchup. I do want to keep Shifting Ceratops in, actually. It's a nice bigger body. Huntmaster. Yeah, I'm going to take Huntmaster out. Would be nice getting some of that early aggression, but I feel they do have some amount of portable holes, exiling a creature with mana value 2 or less. Definitely prioritizing that Anger of the Gods. If I can get it early enough before things grow too out of control, with Thalia's Lieutenant, putting counters on things, just stuff growing way too big. Definitely Anger of the Gods. That's going to do the trick. But I'll probably have a very small window. If I miss it, too many of their creatures will grow too big, past 3 toughness. Probably wondering, scrambling, what can they do with dinos? Maybe they're thinking we'll bring in some removal from the sideboard, seeing what deck I'm playing against. They know it's not all small creatures. They see the dinos, so they expect lots of big, nasty things. Ripjaw Raptor certainly probably gave them a little bit of a headache. If they hadn't been so aggressive, might have had a chance there. Probably a little bit worried with dinos being on the play. Gonna have to worry about a lot of early aggression. Okay, there we go. Back in business. Ooh, well, I mean, it is Anger of the Gods, but 1 land is pretty rough. Maybe if it was 1 green, potentially, or 1 green and 1 red, I might keep it. No, that's going to be better. Definitely. Certainly the Lair of the Hydra. Yeah, probably Lair of the Hydra turn 1. Just in case I get Marauding Raptor, and then my land for turn 2 can be Stomping Ground. Could go Stomping Ground first, but if I don't have to have it come into play untapped, take that 2 life. Definitely nice. Yeah, it's got to be maybe Regisaur, maybe not. Nah, Regisaur. They're really giving this some thought, it seems. Or maybe they're just lagging still. It's hard to say, though. They were playing pretty consistently and pretty fast that last game once they got going, so I don't know. It's hard to say. You'd think if they were playing like that, they would get a move on a little bit quicker. Maybe they just want to take their time and make us potentially rage a little bit, which not going to do that. But if you saw there, that was pretty quick. Unfortunately, had to send Anger of the Gods and Reckless Rage to the bottom. Luckily, there was at least one pick, something to grab with Regisaur Alpha there, because that's pretty rough. It's an awful day when Commune with Dinosaurs doesn't allow us to grab anything. It's a very sad time. Let's see. I haven't really faced a slow player like this in quite some time, so it definitely makes me suspect it's something to do with their internet. Sporadic, potentially. It got going good game 1. Yeah, that's all I can think of. Hopefully something for 3. Anger of the Gods potentially, but if I did draw it next turn, it probably wouldn't be enough value. Could play 2 things here. 2 things for 1. Maybe another Esper Sentinel. Yeah. I would like to take out Thalia's Lieutenant there. Ooh. Well. Yeah. Stomping Ground. I was almost thinking of making Lair of the Hydra a creature, but I would only be able to make it a 1/1, and certainly I think it would trade with Thalia's Lieutenant there. Luminarch Aspirant, that could be rough. So, Anger of the Gods. Basically, I need it next turn, or the turn after. Ooh, well, it's not Anger of the Gods, but yeah, I can deal with that. Take out Thalia's Lieutenant before that gets too crazy. I will lose Chandra, unfortunately, but that thing was going to get big. Hopefully that held him off a little bit. Gave us a turn to draw Anger of the Gods coming up here. Crossing the fingers.
We're done here.
Ooh. Well, Regisaur Alpha. Maybe a hasty Carnage Tyrant next turn. Hasty Shifting Ceratops with Trample to get a little bit of nice damage in. Perhaps double blocking somebody, but having 2 decent bodies here I think should do the trick. Adeline. That's going to be rough. That's also rough. Well, I can stop a little bit of damage. Yeah, that's going to be it. Anger of the Gods wouldn't do a whole lot for us. We'd lose the token. Ranger Captain. That's rough. That's rough. A little bit of a rough start tonight, but we'll bring it back around. Definitely. Hopefully this next opponent at least plays a little bit faster. It's unfortunate, and that's how it goes. I had some... Yeah, tonight not too good. Had some pretty fantastic matches before starting this, but you play enough, you're going to hit a couple rough patches. Just got to stay positive, keep with it. The good times are coming. Thunderherd, okay, I can work with this, definitely. Reveal Deathgorge. Hopefully it's not a turn 1 Thoughtseize. Very nasty stuff. Nah, Rockfall Veil. I almost went with the Forest turn 1, which would have been rough. Potentially wouldn't have had 2 Thunderherd Migration. Okay, good. Alrighty, we got plenty of lands. Hopefully we don't get flooded like we have in the past. I think it was 2 nights ago. There was multiple instances where I just got flooded way too much. I think it happened with Trapjaw Tyrant. I know there was one instance where I just couldn't get that second source of white to play the Trapjaw Tyrant. I think it was the 3rd time I was facing mono red right at the very end of the stream, and I was hoping for that second source of white to really give him a headache, but it was not meant to be. Golgari Food, though, this could be a little rough. Might be nice having Deathgorge Scavenger, though. At least it costs 3, so they can't fail to push it, which is quite nice. But this is a deck based around sacrificing things, so if they're going to fail to push it, I think it could happen right this turn. Especially with them sacrificing Fabled Passage here. Yes, I thought so. Good stuff. Well, not good stuff, but they don't have the cat yet, which is nice, doing the sacrificing shenanigans, which with the Witch's Oven there. At the very least, Carnage Tyrant is absolutely fantastic, providing a lovely headache against a deck like this. The cat. Weird decks I've played against. Let's see. There's the Treasure Cruise deck, I believe. That's more in best of 1. That's pretty wacky. They can search for another copy of Treasure Cruise. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I forget the wording, but ooh, Marauding, yeah, Carnage Tyrant. Yeah, I think Treasure Cruise. What else have I played against? Played some wacky Reanimator decks, so has been nice in the past having Deathgorge Scavenger. Oh, yes, Dylan, 100%. And I was thinking about building a deck like that, doing something with Rampaging Ferocidon, going into full control, so it gives me a pause, a chance to do something in between each ping for 1 damage from Rampaging Ferocidon. So you can imagine if they're at 13, 12, something like that, they want to play a couple creatures, Rampaging Ferocidon, pinging for 1. We wait for the second, maybe the third. They get to exactly 10 and Hidetsugu's second right. If a opponent has 10 life, I believe, you deal 10 damage to him. Yeah, yeah. I think Hidetsugu's second right paired with Rampaging Ferocidon. You just keep doing one, and I think there's a pretty good chance using those two cards together, you could likely, maybe more likely, get to 10. Probably have some burn spells to potentially get it happening, but yeah. I do have 4 rare wild cards. Unfortunately, I am saving them for something else, but you know, if I feel the itch, hey, that's all right. Definitely. Hopefully they do get better, but I'm always having fun. Thanks for joining me as long as you possibly can, and yeah, I'll catch you next time. More lands? Well, something. Yeah, Carnage Tyrant's going to be nice. Doesn't seem like they can do a whole lot, or they've done a whole lot. Lurrus of the Dream Den, that's going to be pretty rough when they start recurring. The Curse-Bound Witch, various other things, but again, at the very least, they haven't got the Cauldron Familiar out quite yet. But if I can get a second Carnage Tyrant, I think that's going to be the right kind of headache I want for the opponent. It's interesting, they went with Mortality Spear. They could have sacrificed the food for 2. Gain 3 life. Huh. I think they could have played that a little bit better, but yeah. Favorite deck you can remember? Magistrate Scepter. Interesting. Ooh, I do like Chaos Wand. Yes, I tried it a couple times. But yeah, Magistrate Scepter. Ooh, more creatures, good stuff. I don't think they have too much discard things, but on the off chance they got a Thoughtseize, I'll keep this land in my hand just in case, make them feel a little bit threatened. A Scoot Swarm Praetor Hoof ramp, I like the sounds of that. Yes. That's pretty sweet. This Curse-Bound Witch, that's could be kind of nasty. Ripjaw Raptor, hopefully at the very least attacking this turn. Going to apply some nice additional pressure. Double Curse-Bound Witch. Yikes. Sorcerer's Broom. What the heck is going on here? Oh, I think that was from Curse-Bound Witch. Huh. Interesting. Well, Commune with Dinosaurs, I think, should grab us something quite nice. Hopefully a Ghalta. That'd be pretty sweet. Regisaur Alpha, I'll take it. Hopefully they don't. Okay, we got him. Alright, so it's some sort of Golgari recursion thing with this Curse-Bound Witch. Getting it back, getting a bunch of stuff, drafting it from Curse-Bound Witch's spellbook. So you can get Witch's Cauldron, Witch's Vengeance, Witch's Oven, Cottage, Familiar. Oh my, it's a lot of witch stuff. Curse of Leeches. A lot of things. A lot of potentially nasty things. Scoot Swarm, Crater Hoof Ramp, though, that is also quite nasty. I know what I want in this. Reckless Rage, Rampaging Ferocidon. Deathgorge Scavenger potentially could be good, but we'll be able to, if we can deal with Lurrus, we don't have to worry too much about the graveyard, killing all their creatures, exiling them. Didn't see the cat, but something with trample like Carnage Tyrant certainly does the trick, not being chump blocked and getting any damage through. So I actually think I'll cut Deathgorge. Ripjaw, I know there is lots of draw, but I do prefer something with trample, and of course they can sacrifice in response before going to damage, so if they're blocking Ripjaw, sacrifice something. Ripjaw still doesn't get any damage through, and they don't deal damage to Ripjaw, so we don't draw a card, unfortunately, in that instance. Avabruck, Carnage Tyrant, yeah, that's going to be good. I feel like cutting Chandra. We're going to be dealing with a lot of stuff. Anger of the Gods, Reckless Rage. Hopefully should keep them down nicely enough. Actually, I'm going to cut the 3 Reckless Rage. I'm going to go with Anger of the Gods just because they have so much small stuff. If I can hopefully get a copy of Anger, I think that should do the trick. They don't have many big things or things that grow to control like that Selesnya Humans I just faced there. Right. Come on, Anger. Ooh, well, I mean, it's no Anger of the Gods, but my goodness, that's a hand I want to keep. Always nice seeing at least 2 of the 3 amigos. I guess technically tonight Thunderherd Migration is Drover the Mighty. He's taking a vacation tonight, and maybe he's taking a vacation where the art or the setting from Thunderherd Migration is. He wanted to go see the dinosaur friends, maybe collect more dinosaurs. I don't know. I'm not sure what Drover means. Maybe something like Lord or King, Captain of Dinos, perhaps. Feels like that's what Drover means. But yeah, he's just taking a little vacation tonight. Maybe tomorrow night. There's not really anything else they can do, so I mean, they can sacrifice Soul Guide Lantern. It seems like this opponent might be new to the deck because they haven't clued in that it's holding up priority due to Soul Guide Lantern there. They just gotta pass it and keep things moving. Yeah, rampaging. But you definitely have enough lands. Otepec Huntmaster, Marauding. If both those live, rampaging for 1. Hopefully Regisaur Alpha down the line. Regisaur Alpha for 3. That is always a lovely thing. Okay, oh, that's actually pretty nice. I was worried about potentially the Witch's Oven. They didn't get the Witch's Oven and the cat, so that is always nice. Hopefully they don't fade or push the Huntmaster, but I think that's what they're going to do with that treasure there. Ooh, they didn't. Wow. That's a little bit unexpected. Ravenous Squirrel. Okay, I did expect that. And push. Double Witches Heaven. Okay, this is getting a little bit out of control. I'm kind of glad I didn't see the Ravenous Squirrel the previous game, because that thing is... Ugh. And I did have Blast Zone in here to help specifically against the Golgari Food matchup that I'm facing right now. A lot of stuff at 1. Ravenous Squirrel, Witches Ovens, Soul Guide Lanterns. Sacrificing Blast Zone, since it comes into play with a charge counter, 1 charge counter. We destroy all non-land permanents with mana value 1. to the charge counter. So certainly it brings the pain against a deck like this, but I don't have Blast Zone in tonight, and perhaps that was a bit of a mistake. Perhaps Blast Zone should just always be in there to help wipe the board. I haven't really faced Golgari Food a whole lot in the past, so I thought perhaps I'd be safe tonight again, but that is not the case. Yeah, Regisaur Alpha gets some nice big bodies. Potentially double blocking the Ravenous Squirrel, because I just don't like it. Don't want it to grow to control too quick, but they're going to be sacrificing a lot, so I could see the Ravenous Squirrel possibly getting to 6, I think. Might even get to 7, depending what... That doesn't make sense. Now, the plant token would block Marauding Raptor, and then this... yeah. Want to have everything back just in case I gotta super block the squirrel. Next turn though, Rampaging plus Marauding. Everything hasty. Swinging with a lot of good stuff. Yeah, still, I just don't get that. They could have sacrificed the food, gaining life, and then cast the Mortality Spear for 2. Yeah, doesn't make sense to me, but alright. Alright, I was a little worried they could do something to buff the squirrel, but the only thing they could have sacrificed was the squirrel itself, so it is nice getting decent chunk, 6 damage. Meat Hook Massacre, though, is, well, it's going to do its Meat Hook Massacre things. Ouch. And it's the land time. Well, that's going to do it, I think. Could maybe have held off another turn, but that squirrel, that had just grown out of control. Way too much. Yeah, keep it as is. Anger of the Gods. Hopefully seeing that early on. Taking out the squirrel before it grows to a 6/6. Yikes. Getting some big things. Carnage Tyrant definitely did the trick. Game 1 there. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes, please. Lots of lands. We got Marauding, Huntmaster again, but the all-important Anger of the Gods. So you know what I'm aiming to kill. Plants, cats, squirrels. Cat, speaking of cats. Actually kind of surprised that's the first time we're seeing a Cauldron Familiar. Yes, definitely missing Blue Bear tonight. I think that she's my good luck charm, yeah. Definitely. Maybe your phone died again? That's alright. Fatal Push? Maybe? Ooh, they got the oven. I want to try and get them to bring the cat back and still be able to cast Anger of the Gods. That's the hard part. If we can get them to use that food. I don't think it's going to be this turn. Nah. Would have been nice. Definitely. Right. Certainly not attacking. If I wanted to swing with Marauding, they would sacrifice the cat. And what the heck are they doing? Yeah, this person is absolutely new. They should have sacrificed the cat at their end step. They have not played this deck very much. 100%. That makes no sense. Oh, Regisaur Alpha, that's a pretty good backup. See if they sacrifice the Cauldron Familiar with the Witch's Oven this time. Yeah, I'll attack with a token, get some use out of it, some damage on the opponent, because if I am going to go Anger of the Gods next turn, both Marauding Raptor and the Dinosaur token are going to die, so yeah, try and get some use. There we go, they finally got rid of the cat. Pretty much any dinosaur next turn. Carnage Tyrant, cast that for 5 after going with the 5th land there, being reduced by 1 from Marauding, maybe the turn after going Anger of the Gods, but it is nice seeing Anger, so if there's a Ravenous Squirrel, that would be good. Where's the Leeches? I should actually read what that does for once. Oh, that's not that bad. Yeah, Thunderherd Migration, well, means we can't go Anger of the Gods, which, getting rid of the cat, that would be nice. But ramping, at least getting 1 more land out of the deck, hopefully, meaning we draw a dinosaur next turn. If they had a couple creatures out, I might go Anger of the Gods, but just the cat, chances are we can't even catch the cat because they can sacrifice it in response, but seems that the opponent might just let the cat die. Any day now. Alright, time to get a little bit of damage on. Yes, Aqua Wolf, more than one way to skin a cat. But it seems like this opponent does not know how to skin a cat, because they're always waiting, forgetting why they're waiting. The game is giving them priority. If they have something they could potentially do, like this Witch's Oven here, you can tap it, sacrifice a creature, you create a food. So, any time, any chance that they can do that, it's pauses. But the opponent seems to keep forgetting that that's why the game is pausing. Meat Hook Massacre is... oh, that's not good. And they didn't even sacrifice the cat in response? Huh. Ooh, more lands. Ouch. Well, whenever they do play stuff, we got the good thing. Leeching Lurker, though, that's not good. Anger of the Gods to fry the goose. Waiting on the opponent again. Ooh, double Anger of the Gods. Okay. Well, I could kill the goose. Not exactly the greatest use of an Anger of the Gods. I'll probably sacrifice it with the Witch's Oven. Alright, gonna have to watch out for that Curse of Leeches, Meat Hook Massacre, Witch's Oven when they're bringing the cat back and forth, so I think that's probably gonna be it for this match, unfortunately. Ouch. Sometimes you just draw a bunch of lands. I still only have 22 in this list, yeah. Which is, again, not that much. A lot of people run more, especially with some of the costlier dinos that I like to use, but there's the cost reduction that does help cast them. Sometimes that cost reduction dies to something nasty like Meat Hook Massacre here. When it enters the battlefield, each creature gets -X until end of turn. So, yeah, if they have a bunch of lands, they cast a big Meat Hook Massacre. Okay. Well, Anger of the Gods, what can you do? Shattered Thicket, maybe gonna draw some usable creature, hopefully. Nah, that's gonna be it. I got enough triggers with Meat Hook Massacre, unfortunately. Yeah. Blue Bear. My lucky charm. They're not here tonight. That's alright, we'll bring it back around. What time is it? Okay, time for one more. It's Thursday and I got tomorrow off, so one more match. Nah, that's alright. That's how she goes. Blast Zone, definitely. That's a pretty good case for Blast Zone or anything that takes out cheap permanents, so perhaps that's partly what's missing. Hopefully this one goes well. Yes, definitely. Play tomorrow? Yes. Yes, I'm looking forward to playing tomorrow. I'm not sure when I'm going to do my Easter egg, get cracking, hatching themed deck list. Maybe Saturday. But no, definitely should be playing tomorrow. I'm going to try to play every single night for the foreseeable future, always at 9:30 p.m. EST. Posting little videos here and there, Dino reviews, post-stream commentary. Although the post-stream commentary of this tonight, yikes. I might wear bunny ears. I don't know. Hadn't thought about bunny ears. But it's looking like an Auras deck, so yes, Azorius Auras again. Blast Zone potentially can be pretty fantastic, taking out double Selfless Savior. Well, that's not good. Yeah, Blast Zone. It's lovely stuff, taking out all the cheap things that something like an Azorius Auras deck has. Little creatures like the Selfless Savior that cost 1, they can sacrifice it in response, but you get the idea. Curious Obsession, another non-land permanent that costs 1. Most of their Auras creatures are 2 or less. Well, Deathgorge. Hopefully next turn Chandra, Torch of Defiance. Hasty Deathgorge at least is something. We'll get a little bit of damage on them, but certainly it is nice they haven't got some of their engines, you could say. Whenever they cast an aura or enchantment similar to Curious Obsession, they draw a card, and it is not a good sight. So that's one positive so far. Ooh, there it is. I jinxed myself. When you don't want lands, well, That's what happens. When you want lands, you don't get them. Yeah, at least they don't have anything with lifelink padding their life total, so if we can cheap, guess that's what a check does. If we can keep chipping away, might be able to get them, potentially. Hasty Regisaur Alpha next turn. SRAM. Oh, they're going to be casting... Huh, that's weird. So they don't have any enchantments that cost 1 or 2, because I certainly would have expected them to cast it with a Spirit Dancer and SRAM out. Huh. Well, they'll keep attacking with the Deathgorge Scavengers. But this next turn coming up could be very bad. Might be it, especially if they, even if they have 1 enchantment, they'll draw 2 from it with the Spirit Dancer and SRAM Senior. Yes, I think that's going to be it. We'll wait and see. Things might not grow out of control too bad, but I certainly think stuff's getting big. This is one of my hardest matchups, I would say. A little bit. I've used hot water bottles. I think it was more my grandmother's generation, so the early 1900s, something like that. But I have used hot water bottles in the past. I don't normally use hot water bottles. Usually I run pretty hot myself, so I don't need hot water bottles. But I do like them. Sometimes I've used like a glass mason jar for jams, jellies, that sort of thing. My grandmother would fill it up with hot water, put a sock around it. Magic bags. Oh, okay. Interesting stuff. Yeah, my grandmother would fill a mason jar with hot water, put it in a sock, in another sock, wrap it in a pillow, something like that, so it wasn't too hot, and use that, which you can imagine, glass jar filled with water, that's taking a big risk. Well, they have to block with a few things, which is pretty nice. That actually might work in our favor. Yeah, I'm just going to swing with everything. Yes, very dangerous. I do like traditional hot water bottles, though. I guess they'll play Lurrus of the Dream Den this turn. Get SRAM back, so they may not play a whole lot of auras, which could be nice. Hopefully that's the case. But that Selfless Savior has to keep attacking due to Curious Obsession here. For anybody that doesn't know, at the beginning of your end step, if you didn't attack with a creature this turn, sacrifice Curious Obsession. So I guess they can't attack with a different creature, but they have to attack with at least somebody to keep that aura on the creature. Ooh, lifelink. Rampaging Frostodon, that would have been nice. Starting out with Rampaging Frostodon. Oh, alright, finally. Phew. we got it. The 4th land. So, we got some options now. Carnage Tyrant, Chandra. Always use magic bags. I do like magic bags. They're pretty sweet. Definitely. Oh, they stay warm for so long, so long. I would actually... My mom would make magic bags. I forget. Sometimes she would fill them with lentils, I believe. Barley. Actually, I think barley is her favorite thing to fill them with. Chandra could take out somebody. Nah, just Carnage Tyrant. I don't think we'll be able to get around this core Spirit Dancer there. Now that it has lifelink, I was a little worried about this situation. It's always nasty when they get the staggering insight. Gives +1/+1 lifelink, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So, pretty nasty package, and especially being a 12-14. Yeah, we're not getting through this anytime soon. So, take the loss, unfortunately. Oh, you remember a teddy or something? Yeah, I think they can be in different shapes. Oftentimes, I think the traditional hot water bottle is rubber, red rubber, something like that, but I have seen other shapes in the past. Okay. Well, we don't have Blast Zone to take out cheap things, Culling Ritual to take out these cheap things, so Reckless Rage it is. Hopefully Reckless Rage is going to take out something before it grows out of control, potentially the core Spirit Dancer, but again, going to have to watch out for the Selfless Savior because potentially they just sacrifice it and give something indestructible. Oh, a magic bag in the shape of a teddy. Oh. Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, you can make them into really anything. Sewing them up, filling them with whatever, throwing them in the microwave. Pretty sweet. They do have a little bit of graveyard stuff going on, so Deathgorge Scavenger. Exiling certain things, but Lurrus is a little bit slow. If we can get the jump on him, we may not have to worry too much about Deathgorge Scavenger, so... Right, Reckless Rage. Take out something before it gets too big, hopefully. Maybe a dinosaur-shaped magic bag. I would like that. Yeah. Oh, this could be good. Definitely. Reckless Rage, quite nice. Marauding Raptor, turn 2. Okay, more lands, good. So, well, we're getting a better chance to eventually reach Regisaur Alpha status. RFE merch store coming up. Actually, funny you should mention that. I was and have been thinking of doing something merch related with some of the Dino emotes, the excited one, the thinking one, knocked out one, putting them on shirts, that sort of thing, but 100% Reckless Rage, we gotta get the SRAM out of there. Yes, sir. Hopefully that does the trick. Draw land next turn, be able to go with the first Regisaur Alpha, but yeah, that's always the dream. RFE merch store. Oh, yes, please. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Bam. Super aggression. Damage. I think we might have them. Yeah, there's lots of options for merch. That could help me do this full time a little bit sooner. That would be pretty fantastic. I think we might have them here. Super duper aggression. Alright. They gotta do something quick. It's a whole pack. Yes, it is. Ooh, just making it really, really big. And dying. Stay out of the tall grass. Well, that's okay. We're just gonna kill him because we have so much disgusting damage. Good game is right. Ooh, ow, ooh, ah. Got him. Alright, well, certainly that interaction, early cheap interaction with Reckless Rage, that does the trick, especially when there's something so key like SRAM, Senior Edificer. Whenever they cast an aura, they draw a card, and this demolished, you said it, that was pretty sweet. But stopping them from drawing cards, that is definitely the trick. If you can take out this guy or the core Spirit Dancer, that's the way to go. Rampaging Ferocidon, though, they had the life gain stuff going on, so I do want Rampaging. Got the Avabruck and 3 Carnage Tyrant. Some of the costlier stuff, I think Rampaging definitely is going to be pretty important. Could be pretty important, stopping all that nasty life gain. As long as they can't deal with Rampaging Ferocidon. You see how they went back to 15 life? It didn't matter in that case because I had so many fantastic dinos to smoke them. Okay, I like that. Well, it's decent. I could potentially go turn 1, Timber Crown Pathway, commune with dinosaurs, but if I don't get a land, that would be very awkward because I don't have a mountain or a forest for commune or Rootbound Crag to come into play untapped. Gonna have to send the queen to the bottom, unfortunately. Ooh, hey. We saw 4 copies of that. Don't exactly need more copies. Don't usually need 4 copies of Regisaur Alpha, but it was pretty fantastic continually playing a bunch. As long as you have 1 out, the next one you play, everything's going to have haste. You're going to be swinging with a lot of dinosaurs. That's a good time. Usually. But they could just go off here like before. It was nice taking out SRAM. See how many auras they play and how many cards they draw. Ooh, that's not good. Calls for the Crying Dino. Yikes. Next turn's going to be very painful, I think. That might be it, unfortunately. We'll see what Commune gets us. Nothing exactly useful. Would have been nice to have that Reckless Rage. Ripjaw Raptor it is then. Another Commune. Ooh, Rampaging Ferocidon. Okay. But again, that may unfortunately be it, especially with the SRAM and the Spirit Dancer out now. Man, that's a lot of card draw. I wish I was drawing that many cards with dinos. Sometimes I get some nice card draw whenever Marauding Raptor is pinging Ripjaw, but the card draw a deck like this gets is that's painful to see. Pretty fantastic card draw. Very rough to deal with. Things get out of control way too quick. So again, like I mentioned, Blast Zone, something that deals with particular mana values. That's usually a good idea against a deck like this. Is there anything we can do? I don't think so. Especially with the Spirit Dancer, the Sailor having first strike. The Sailor could be swinging even bigger next turn. Flying that's not good. We'll try Regisaur Alpha. Get some more bodies. See what they do. See how big things get, but that might be it. Still a good time though. Maybe they don't have any more enchantments or auras to slap on stuff. I don't think that's the case, though. I would imagine they at least have a few, so as long as they have one, cast it, draw 2 cards, probably draw another one, I would imagine. Playing it safe, though. It makes sense, definitely. We demolished them the previous game, so they don't want to do anything too crazy. Cerulean Drake, that could be nasty. We do have a few red dinosaurs. It has protection from red, so our red stuff can't deal anything to it. And yeah, that's going to be it. The Spectral Sailor, that's all it takes. We're at 5. It has 5, so they demolished us here. Ouch. Not the best showing, not the best night in the world, but still a good time, even when it's a little bit painful like that. So I do appreciate everybody joining, watching. Oof, 0-4 for the night. Hey, that's all right. I had a good time, win or lose, especially talking to you guys about the magic bags and hot water bottles. It was good, and the merch store. So it is interesting seeing you're maybe interested in that. Better luck tomorrow, I guess, 100%. Gonna try and grind the ladder as much as I can tomorrow night. Maybe tweak the list a little bit, but sometimes it's just not our night, unfortunately. But it is always a good time with you guys. So hopefully you have a good night, a good morning. Remember, there is always room for improvement. Sometimes there's not a whole lot you can do, but there is still always room. So have a good one. See you next time.